I'll now introduce Ericka Webb with a reminder first that copies of these presentations will be made available shortly, as well as a recorded version of this broadcast. Ericka Webb joins us now from Best Buy. Ericka is a manager of employee communications on a team whose mandate is to help Best Buy be extraordinary at communications with their 160,000 employees. Welcome, Ericka.
Thanks, David.
Ericka, Betsy talked about the imperative of purposeful dialogue. In fact, you're on a team that's called the Dialogue Team, and that's probably a great place to start. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, absolutely. At Best Buy, we want to be the best at communicating with our employees, not just the old school mantra of at them. So about 2 years ago, we had a team created focused on that very purpose. And as we were sitting around, we were talking about how the concept of dialogue seems so simple, right? Talk, listen, respond. But in a really big company, especially if you've got employees around the globe, working different hours, with different technology available, it can be really complicated. So we're trying to figure out how to open up the conversation, how to have the courage to do that as a company, and even if it puts a bright, screaming spotlight on how wrong you are, which we learned when we had to reverse a decision in regards to our employee discount policy.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. We, a few years ago, our finance department was looking at ways to cut costs, just trying to get some SG&A and figure out what we can do to be more efficient and effective. And they made a change that, bless their hearts, in their best interest, they really thought that they were making a pretty minor change to the policy. And we put out an employee news story about it that said, hey, everybody, the policy's changing. But we did something we'd never done before, which was we had the water cooler, which was our internal discussion boards, used as an official feedback loop. We'd never done that before. Views and buzz around this employee news story skyrocketed. To this date, it's still one of the most read news stories that our company has. And pages and pages and pages of feedback came from our employees. Everything from how this feels like the man is taking things away, impassioned pleas and very logical arguments. And we ended up reversing the decision. We basically went to our leadership team and said, we can't do this. We need to go back to the way it was.
Well, so we talked to Betsy earlier about senior management. That's a crystal clear example that, employee feedback and comments don't go off somewhere into the void, that, senior management listens.
Yeah, that was actually a tipping point, obviously, for the tools and the dialogue function within Best Buy. And it's one that, obviously, we could have never predicted. And I think that we would still, as a company, still get to kind of where we are from a two-way communication perspective, but it was a nice little catalyst to get it going. And, yeah, frankly, if our senior leadership team was not as open and willing to foster that environment, we could have shut our entire dialogue team and function down by saying, okay, this is obviously not something we're ready to do yet.
Wow.
So it worked out well for us, and it's kind of our quintessential example.
So that's the dialogue team. Do you maybe want to tell us a little bit about what you're up to?
Yeah, actually right now our team is chartered with about 4 different things.
Okay.
We are right now working on our evolving the company intranet strategy. So all those tools and reaching out to all those people. We're trying to figure out how to encourage people to talk, listen, and respond. The one thing that our team is trying to do also is it's very easy to get lost in the world of online and virtual and telephone. There is a tremendous amount of power in face-to-face communication.
Old school.
Old school. We try not to forget that and really help bring that up as a viable option as much as possible. We're building and maintaining a suite of collaborative tools, and then we're going to build the employee voice and insights into our business plans and strategies. So again, it goes back to it doesn't do us a lot of good to gather and collect all this information and then just kind of go, okay, that's nice, and file it away in a folder. And I have an example of that coming up about how we use a poll for an event that we're going to be doing in January.